You bring all of that to stage when you start in Australia in January of 1995 on that massive tour for Monster?
Yeah, I mean, we worked really closely with filmmakers and video makers to and set designers and lighting people and all the things that are attendant with launching a world tour to ensure that what we were presenting was something that was bigger, flashier, and different from what we had last presented, and spoke to the times, which, as I mentioned earlier, had changed dramatically since we had last been on tour. We had also changed as people. I was at this point 34 years old. You were 35.
Mm-hmm.
I was in my late 20s when we finished the Green World Tour, and we had toured for a decade nonstop prior to that. So we were really different people.
Did you feel the same way?
Yeah, pretty much. It was the fact that it was sort of a re-presentation of ourselves gave us a lot of opportunity to play with it. On my side, I said, well, you know, I grew up loving nudie suits. So I went to Manuel of Nashville, and I said, make me some suits. And I asked the guys, I said, I'm going to wear these outrageous...
Did you approve of this decision?
I was so excited. I was so excited to...
I said, I'm going to wear these ridiculous suits. Do you mind? They were like, no, go for it. And that was part of the deal. I mean, it's like, I love them.
And you grew your hair out.
I did, yeah,
the hair really long,
hair went
which
crazy.
Yeah, nobody did that.
It's you know, it's fun to shake it around on stage, you know. It's like anyway. So I went for the suits, and you know, I wanted to give the people on my side of the stage something to look at, you know, have some fun on that end of it, and I grew up loving those things. I mean, it's both ironic in that I know they're ridiculous, but on the other hand, they're beautiful, and they're really fun to wear. So that was all tied in with that same thing.
And I also shaved my head. I forgot about that. I always forget about that, but I shaved my head because my hair was thinning, and I was a pop star, and you can't have thinning hair if you're a pop star. So. But I didn't realize at the time, Douglas Copeland, the artist and writer, always says, if you want to be remembered in 100 years, invent a hairstyle. So you got Marilyn, you got James Dean, you got Elvis Presley, you got, I'm not even going to mention our current president, but you, like it or not, these are memorable hairdos. And I was the first person to shave my head, and when asked, why did you shave your head, I didn't say, because I like the style. I said, because my hair was thinning, and I'm a pop star. So we were a radically different, you know, I was like the hot, curly-haired indie guy in 1989. In 1994, it was a different look altogether. And I welcomed the nudie suits.
Thank you.
Entirely.